Okay, so I was going to go over the practice test here, question by question, so we know how to do this for the test. So based on the value of the discriminant, what is the nature of the roots? Discriminant is -4. That's going to be imaginary. This is when it's negative. So that's going to be your answer. Real, rational, equal roots, that's when it equals 0. Real, irrational, unequal roots, that's when it's positive, but not perfect square. This would be like 28. Real, rational, unequal roots, it's positive, but it is a perfect square. That's, 4, 9, 1, 25, 64, 16, all those perfect squares, that would be real, rational, and unequal roots. Okay, based on the graph, select all the possible values of the discriminant. So we have 2 intercepts, so the discriminant must be positive, and it's basically all the positive numbers. So it's 5, it's 8, and it's 2. This one would be one that doesn't cross the x-axis at all. This one down here would be something that crosses or doesn't, just touches and goes, something like that. Nature of the roots here, doesn't cross, that's our negative ones. That's imaginary. Real unequal roots is what we had over here. That's when it's like that. Real equal roots is when it touches just once and touches right there. Unable to determine, well, we can always determine with these. Okay. Vertex form of this, we got to do completing the square. I'm going to take half of 6 and square it. So x squared plus 6x, half of it is 3. I'm going to square it, so plus 9. I'm going to use that, and then I have this minus 16, and then I have to subtract 9 because I added it. So this is going to come out to what multiplies to 9 and adds to 6. X plus 3. I'm taking this more steps than we need to. Minus 25. So x squared, this would be x plus 3 squared minus 25. There's your vertex form. That's what goes in there. Do the same thing here, but now we need the actual vertex. The vertex here, if they asked us for it, would have been -3, -25. Remember, our x's always lie because they're scumbags. So I'm going to take half of this, and you can see what happens. Half of this is 3. That's just what goes here. So we can jump the gun here. Half of this, x plus 7 squared. I'm just skipping all these steps. Taking half of this, just goes right there. And then we have plus 40. Well, I added 49 to get this. I added that squared, so I need to subtract it. So this is x plus 7 minus 9. And so my vertex is -7, -9. Okay? Select all ordered pairs that do not represent functions. No, you can't have the same x going to multiple y's. So that would make it not a function. So 7 goes to -4 and 7 goes to 5. So that is not a function. -1, -2, I'm sorry, -1, 2, -2, 6. I don't have any 1x going to multiple things there, but I have 7 and 7 both going to 2 different things there. So we can't use that one, or in this case we can. It's not a function. -7 only goes to -3, -6, -2, 0. That is a function. 8, 2, 5. The 5's double up. That is not a function. 5 goes to both 9 and -1. Can't happen. This is not a function. I'm sorry. This represents a function, yes. So this is a function. I was thinking of the inverses. Does represent a function because every input, it passes our vertical line test. There's no doubling up there. It's mapped to a single output. All right. So we're doing f times g. You can do it when you're multiplying, you can do it any way you want. So we have x squared minus 3x minus 10 times x minus 5. This is one of those stacking ones. Just distribute. So that's x squared times x is x to the third. X squared times negative 5 is minus 5x squared. Now I'm going to do it with minus 3x. Negative 3x times x is negative 3x squared. Negative 3x times negative 5 is plus 15x. Done with that one. Now distribute the negative 10. Negative 10 times x is minus 10x. Negative 10 times negative 5 is plus 50. So now just add them all up. X cubed minus 8x squared plus 5x plus 50. That's what goes in each one of these boxes. X cubed minus 8x squared plus 5x plus 50. So here I am plugging in g into there and there. So I'm going to get x minus 5 squared plus 3 times x minus 5 plus 6. So I need to do this part, x minus 5, x minus 5. If you know the pattern, it works out pretty easily. X squared minus 5x minus 5x, so minus 10x plus 25. Distribute here, plus 3x minus 15 plus 6. So I'd have x squared, then I have minus 10x plus 3x. Is it minus 10x? Yeah, it should be minus 10x. Should this be, yeah, plus 3x, right? So that should be minus 7x. And then 25 minus 15 is 10 plus 6 plus 16. Did I mess this one up? X minus 5 squared is x squared minus 10x plus 25. And then 3 times x minus 5 is 3x minus 15. Okay, so that should be it. So there's the first box, second box, third box. Okay, g of f of negative 5. So I'm going to do f of negative 5. I'm going to plug in negative 5 here, negative 5 here. So I have negative 5 squared plus 4 times negative 5 minus 11. So this is 25 minus 20 minus 11. So that should be what? 5 minus 11, negative 6. So now I'm taking negative 6 and plugging it in right here. So negative 3 times negative 6 plus 2. So this is 1820. And there you go. Okay. So now we're looking for g and f of x. There's a little function 1 over x inside a big thing. So this is going to be g and this is going to be f. So g of x is 1 over x. F of x is the square root of x. The function is invertible. It passes the vertical line test, horizontal line test. In other words, no two inputs are mapped to the same output. All right, find the inverse. We're going to jump and do x equals 5y minus 10. I'm going to add 10 and divide by 5. No, x plus 10 over 5. This should be a 10, sorry. Equals y, which is right there. There you go. There's the whole practice test. Good luck.